I have been a project manager for over 20 years. One of the key truths are scope matters. An incomplete scope, an inaccurate scope, or scope creep will lead to project failure. Let's understand how we can better understand the concept of scope.
What is scope management? All the work involved in creating the products of the project and the processes used to create them. Simply said, what is in the project and what is out of the project. This is one of the hardest parts of project management. As a successful project manager, we must ensure the product includes all the approved work and only the work required to complete the project successfully. The sponsors and the project team must understand the scope of the project. Let's analyze some scope issues and see how we can resolve them.
If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. The triple constraints of project manager. As a PM, you should be able to describe the project in 3 to 5 sentences, a high-level view of the project. Goals. What are the key business objectives the project will provide? Define scope. We must have an accurate baseline of what business requirements are in the project. The triple constraints require that we have an accurate project cost estimate, and we must also have a time and resource estimate for our project. This improves the chances of project success. Everyone must understand the scope of their project. Your team, the project stakeholders. A correctly run project will have a project charter, a requirements document, acceptance criteria, and a solid WBS work breakdown structure. The project charter and the high-level business requirements can be discussed in a project kickoff meeting. The process is ongoing and the other documents can be discussed in frequent team and sponsor meetings. What is in and what is out of the project? We must ensure the project includes all the work and only the work required to complete the project successfully. A poorly defined scope causes project failure. It is important that we do not include items as the project goes on that originally were out of scope. This directly relates to scope creep, cost increase, and time increase on our projects. One of the key issues is how to get user buy-in. If you select your projects correctly to meet the strategic goals of the organization, you will have the backing of the organization. It's always good to have users who understand the business area on the project team. And communications is key because you need regular team and sponsor meetings. As a PM, I always found it is better to under-promise and over-deliver. Deliver in small increments, and your deliverables should be approved in approval gates where the sponsor reviews the deliverable and approves it. Scope validation is key. This is an ongoing process throughout your project. So you must have formal acceptance by the sponsor of your completed deliverables. You must have a sign-off of all the deliverables by the sponsor or the sponsor's representative. And it's always good to have regular team meetings to review the scope and make sure scope creep does not occur. A good scope baseline is essential because the baseline tells you what is in the project. A requirements traceability matrix will allow you to make sure that all the requirements from the scope baseline is in your final project. A good timeline is produced by using a WBS work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure should have milestones and dates throughout the project, and these should be reviewed in the project team meetings.
I hope you found this PowerPoint valuable. We must remember the correct process is: number 1, collect requirements; number 2, define the scope; number 3, create a WBS based on the project scope; number 4, verify the scope; and number 5, control scope creep. Poor project scope management is one of the key reasons for project failure. Let's not be a victim of this.